Hey Emma, what do you know about immigration into America?
Emmy what?
Immigration, little Emma.
What's that?
Well, do you want to find out?
Yeah!
Okay, let's find out.
In 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered the New World America, but he thought it was just a new way to India, so he called the Native Americans Indians.
The first immigrants were prisoners mostly from Spain and Britain who had the chance to begin a new life in an uncivilized country far away from their home country. Also colonies were founded by the Dutch, the British and the French.
In 1607, the first English settlers entered America and founded Jamestown. 12 years later, the first slaves from Africa were brought to America.
In 1638, the Swedish began their immigration to America to establish a colony in Delaware. In 1655, the colony was lost to the Dutch. During the colonial era, most of the immigrants to the US came from Northern Europe.
During the next 100 years, the British gained the upper hand in America. The French were driven out to Canada, the Dutch lost their colonies, and the Spanish were forced to the west coast.
Because of the exploitation of the British colonies, the hate against the British authorities raised. Consequently, certain United States wanted their independence, and so the Independence War started in 1776. With the help of the French, they defeated the British Army and got their independence in 1783. The first President of the United States was George Washington.
Because of the Industrial Revolution, the Irish Potato Famine, the California Gold Rush and the construction of the Central Pacific Railroad, there was a massive increase in the number of immigration. They came from Ireland, Germany, Italy, Poland, Scandinavian countries, and from Asia, mostly from China.
In 1882, the immigration from China to America was reduced. And in 1917, the immigration from Asia to America was prohibited. During the First World War, the number of immigrants reduced. And in the 20th and 30th of this century, Europeans wanted to immigrate, but they weren't allowed because of the quota.
The Great Depression of the 1930s and the beginning of World War II severely reduced immigration into the US. Jews and refugees were allowed to enter into the US.
In 1943, all restrictions on Asians were abolished. Today, the illegal immigration, mostly from Mexico, is a great problem for the USA. For the US, it is necessary to control the borders, and when you want to travel to America, you have to get a visa.
Now you have learned something about immigration into the US.
Yeah! But how many immigrants come to the USA today?
In the year 2000, more than 2 million people arrived.
Wow!
Now go out and tell all your friends about the immigration in the US.
Yeah!